Good morning, guys. Babasahin natin today is Daniel. Nakaalis na tayo sa Ezekiel, Daniel 1 and 2. Daniel's training in Babylon. In the third year 3, of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came to Jerusalem and besieged it. And the Lord delivered Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, along with some of the articles from the temple of God. These he carried off to the temple of his God in Babylonia, and put in the treasure house of... Oo nga, naano nga sila eh. Di ba nga sinakop mo nga sila? Doon sa Ezekiel. So parang inaano lang niya, guys. Binalikan niya lang ulit. Ano lang bang... Ano pagkakaiba nito? Among these were from Judah, Daniel, Hananiah. They will be trained for 3 years and they were to enter the king's service. Yung mga taga-Judah nga, yun, kasama si Daniel, na. Ibig sabihin si Daniel Ayoko kasing tandaan yung mga pangalan nila, guys. Parang kay dami-dami ka rin kasing characters dito eh. Tapos aanahan mo. Hindi mo talaga kayang tandaan yan. Ang nag-training daw is si ang galing sa Judah, si Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Binago yung pangalan nila. Yung Daniel, ginawang Belteshazzar. Mas madali pong bigkasin ang Daniel, sir. Bakit pinalitan nyo pa? Belteshazzar. Hananiah. Ano ba? The chief official gave the new names to Daniel, the name Belteshazzar, to Hananiah, Shadrach. Si Hananiah, ito yung alala ko to dati, si Hananiah din eh. Kaano ba ni yung sa Jeremiah yata to, di ba? Yung time ni Jeremiah. Si Hananiah. Naging Shadrach siya. To Mishael, naging Meshach. Naging Meshach. And to Azariah, naging Abednego. Ba't pinalitan yung mga pangalan nila, sir? But Daniel resolved not to defile himself with the real food and wine, and he asked the chief official yung dyan ko. Mas naririnig ko to sa video yung dyan ko kaysa boses ko. Ang bilis 5 minutes na kagad tayo. Or 20. Tara na, guys. Wala man, nag-training lang naman sila eh. Training para saan to? Counselor. Ayoko na intindihin yan. Sabi ko kapag mga history na nila, tapos ang dami pang pangalan, hindi ko rin iniintindi. Ang matatandaan ko lang nito, si Azaria, binago yung Abednego. The rest hindi ko na maintindi, mahihirap na tandaan yung kapalit ng pangalan nila eh. Yung si Daniel ang hirap-hirap po. Belteshazzar. Ang dali-dali bigkasin ng Daniel, binago pa talaga. Ay, sa pagkain. Ayaw ni Daniel. Basahin niyo guys yung verse 8 hanggang dito sa dito sa verse 15. 16 pala. Ayoko, masakit sa ulo. Ayoko intindihin. Kayo na lang guys magbasa. Sakit sa ulo. Nebuchadnezzar's dream. And the second year of his reign, dito naman sa year 3. In the second year of his reign, Nebuchadnezzar had dreams. His mind was troubled and could not sleep, so the king summoned the magician. Nung araw may magicians na rin, enchanters, sorcerers, and astrologers. Dito sa astrologers, naniniwala talaga ako dyan. Kasi may astrologers ako. Yung binabasa nating kapalaran ko. Galing sa professional astrologer ko yan. To tell him what he had dreamed. When they came in and stood before the king, they said to them, I have had a dream that troubles me and I want to know what it means. Parang naano na yata to. Then the astrologers answered the king in Aramaic. Oy, ito nga pala yung nabasa ko dati na speak in Aramaic and not in Hebrews. Tapos may tinutukoy naman na ano ba yun, yung mga difficult language, wag daw, hindi ka dadalhin doon sa difficult languages. So ibig sabihin Aramaic is madali lang siyang pag-aralan guys. Paano ba salitain yung Aramaic? Paano magsalita into Aramaic language? Parang ang sarap pag-aralan eh. Kasi nasa Bible talaga siya. Then the astrologers answered the king in Aramaic, O king, live forever. Tell your servants the dream and we will interpret it. Tama na. Tapos, sabi ni King doon sa astrologers, kita mo guys, yung mga astrologers pala talaga noong araw pa yan. So, ibig sabihin, magagaling talaga sila magbasa. Yung magaling magbasa ng universe, yung mga sa planeta natin. This is what binida yung yung astrologers ko. talaga naman kasi matagal ko na ano yun eh, since 2014, then 2015, until today. Kahit kahit hindi ko binabasa, bili ako ng bili. Sobrang bilib. This is what I have firmly decided. If you do not tell me what my dream was and interpret it, I will have you cut into pieces, and your houses turned into piles of rubble. Ano raw? This is what I have firmly decided. If you do not tell me what my dream was and interpret it, I will have you cut into pieces, and your houses too. Ay, ang lupit naman ni King. King ni Bukadnessar to, diba? Kung hindi raw i-interpret ng ng astrologer, ano yun siya, putol-putulin siya into pieces. Kaya lupit naman. Into piles of rubble. But if you tell me the dream and explain it, you will receive from me gifts and rewards. Ay sabihin mo na, astrologer. Interpret mo na. Once more they replied, the king told his servants the dream and he will interpret it. Oo nga, sabihin mo na king ni Nebuchadnezzar. Then the king answered, I answered him that you are trying to gain time because you realize that this is what I have firmly decided. Sa verse 9, if you do not tell me the dream, there is just, hindi makuha ng astrologer to. Pabalik-balik. Sabi, if you do not tell me the dream, there is just, if you do not tell me the dream, there is just one penalty for you. You have conspired to tell me misleading and wicked things, hoping the situation will change, so then tell me the dream, and I will know that you can interpret it for me. Gulo. Tapos, the astrologers answered the king, there is not a man on earth who can do what the king asked. No king, however great and mighty. Kasi ayaw sabihin ni king. Akala nito astrologer, nakuha ko na kagad eh. There is not a man on earth, sabi ng astrologer. There is not a man on earth who can do what the king asked. Kasi pabalik-balik, diba, yung sabi ni king na pagka hindi mo interpret yung ko, paparusahan kita, ganito. Tapos, inulit na naman. Kaya ang sagot na ni astrologers, wala daw taong dito sa mundo na makakasagot doon sa tinatanong ng king. No king, however great and mighty, has ever asked such a thing of any magician or enchanter or astrologer. What the king asks is too difficult. No one can reveal it to the king except the gods, and they do not live among men. This made the king so angry and furious that he ordered the execution of all the wise men of Babylon. So the decree was issued to put the wise men to death. And were sent to look for Daniel and his friends to put them to death. Nako po. Pati si Daniel nakasama na. Kasi ang gara naman ng dream niya. If you do not tell me the dream, there is just one penalty for you. Tapos, pati si Daniel, tsaka yung mga kasamahan nila, na sa, dadalhin na rin sa, papatayin na rin. Wawa naman. When Arioch, the commander of the king guard, had gone out to protect the wise men of Babylon, Daniel spoke to him with wisdom and tact. He asked the king's officer, why did the king issue such a harsh decree? Oo nga naman, napaka-harsh mo. King Nebuchadnezzar. Arioch then explained the matter to Daniel. At this, Daniel went to the king and asked for time so that might interpret the dream. Si Daniel ang mag-i-interpret na this time. Basta ako bilib ako sa astrologers. Then Daniel returned to his house and explained the matter to his friend Hananiah. Tara na guys, bilisan na natin. So, sino ang makakaano? Si Daniel ba? Makaka-interpret? Then Daniel returned to his house and explained the matter to his friends Hananiah, Mission. Kasi alam ko si Hananiah, propeta rin to eh. Yung sa panahon ni Jeremiah. Doon sa book of Jeremiah, alam ko yung Hananiah na to. Prophet din siya. Mission Assyria. He urged them to plead for mercy from the God of heaven concerning this mystery, so that the highest prince might not be executed with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. During the night, a mystery was revealed to Daniel in a vision. Then Daniel praised the God of heaven and said, Kay Daniel yung vision ng dream nung king. Nakalagay dito, praise be to the name of God forever and ever. Wisdom and power are His. He changes times and seasons, sets up kings and deposes them. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to the discerning. He reveals. I thank and praise God, all my fathers. You have given me wisdom and power. Okay, Daniel interprets a dream. You have made known to us the dream of the king. Ibig sabihin, napaka-importante talaga ng dreams at kailangan natin i-interpret. Kasi yung dream lang to ni King Nebuchadnezzar eh. Tapos parang, parang napaka-importante kailangan talagang i-interpret lagi. Then Daniel went to Arioch, whom the king had appointed to execute the wise men of Babylon, and said to him, Do not execute the wise men of Babylon. Take me to the king, and I will interpret this dream for him. Arioch told Daniel to the king at once and said, I have found a man among the exiles from Judah who can tell the king what his dream means. The king asked Daniel, also called Belteshazzar. Sabi ko sa'yo, pakahirap ng pinalit na pangalan kay Daniel eh. Belteshazzar. Ba't kailangan palitan ng pangalan? So, pwede pala tayo magpalit ng pangalan. Are you able to tell me what I saw in my dream and interpret it? Daniel replied, the king asked Daniel, also called Belteshazzar, Are you able to tell me what I saw in my dream and interpret it? So, tinanong na naman niya ngayon yung katulad ng tinanong niya kay astrologer. Pinapasabi yung siya nga nakakalam kasi siya may dream, di ba? Siyempre, dapat yung king, sasabihin mo na yung dream doon sa kanila. Daniel replied, No wise man, enchanter, magician, or diviner can explain to the king the mystery he asked about. Ang naisip ko tuloy, ang panaginip sa akin lang ha, kung ako mag-i-interpret nung sinasabi ni King Nebuchadnezzar, parang ang gusto sabihin ni King Nebuchadnezzar, may panaginip, i-interpret niyo ang panaginip ko. Parang yun ang siguro doon sa niya. Di ba minsan na nanaginip tayo na nagsasalita, tapos hindi natin maintindihan. So, maaring ito yung napanaginipan ni King Nebuchadnezzar. Kaya ito yung sasabihin niya kila astrologer tsaka kay Daniel ngayon, hindi maintindihan yung kasi akala nagtatanong kung ma-interpret yung kanyang dream. Ko lang yun opinion ko lang. Kunwari ako yung astrologer. Kung yun lagi ang sasabihin sa ano. Tapos, but there is God. Ayan, wala daw makakasagot, sabi ni Daniel. But there is, tama na guys. 20 na po. Ang layo pa. Ayun, hanggang dito pala. But there is God in heaven who reveals mysteries. He has shown King Nebuchadnezzar what will happen in days to come. Your dream and the visions that pass through your mind as you lay on your bed are these. As you were lying there, O king, your mind turned to things to come, and the revealer of mystery showed you what is going to happen. As for me, the mystery has been revealed to me, not because I have greater wisdom than other living men, but so that you, O king, may know the interpretation and that you may understand what went through your mind. You look, O king, and there before you stood a large statue, an enormous, dazzling statue, awesome in appearance. The head of the statue was made of pure gold, its chest and arms of silver, its belt ties of bronze, its leg iron, and feet part iron and partly baked clay. While you were watching, a rock was cut out, added by human hands. Also, ito yung nireveal ni Father God kay Daniel. It struck the statue on its feet, and iron and clay, and smashed them. Then iron the clay, and then the iron, the clay, the bronze, the silver, and the gold were broken to pieces at the same time. Became the shop. This was the dream, and I will interpret it to the king. So parang si Lord tuloy ang nagsabi sa hindi masabi-sabi ni King Nebuchadnezzar sa kanila. Parang si Lord tuloy ang nagbigay ng vision doon kay Daniel na yun ang panaginip ni King Nebuchadnezzar. Nakapagtataka naman, ba't ayaw niya sabihin? Siya na naginip tapos ayaw niya sabihin. Tuloy manghuhula yung sila Daniel. Pero mabuti nilang si Daniel, pinakita ni Father God yung panaginip niya. This is the dream, and now we will interpret it to the king. You, O king, are the king of kings. The God of heaven has given your dominion and power and might, glory in your hands. Ano ba huli nito? I-interpret lang naman eh. Just as you saw the feet of mortals, and as iron rigs. After you, another kingdom will rise inferior to yours. Next, a third kingdom, one of bronze, will rule over the whole earth. Sino kaya yung kingdom na yan na mag-rule sa over the earth natin? Finally, there will be fourth kingdom, strong as iron. Kasi nakalagay dito guys, sa verse 39, basahin nyo. According to doon sa interpretation na ng dream ng King Nebuchadnezzar, si Daniel nag-interpret. After you, so pagkatapos daw ni King Nebuchadnezzar, another kingdom will rise. So di ba nga bumagsak na rin sila naman doon sa naalala nyo yung nagsama-sama yung mga great nation. So ito yung siguro sinasabi niya na after you, another kingdom will rise. Tapos, inferior to yours. Next, a third kingdom, one of bronze. Tapos, will roll over the whole earth. Yung pang number 3 kingdom guys, yun ang mag-roll over the earth. Sino kaya to? Finally, there will be fourth kingdom, strong and iron. For iron breaks and smashes everything, and its iron breaks things to pieces, it will crush and break to the others. Just as you saw that the feet and toes were partly of baked clay and partly of iron, so this will be divided kingdom. Yet it will have some of the strength of iron in it. Even as you saw iron mixed it with clay. Iron mixed with clay. Ay, mata ko. As the toes were partly iron, partly kingdom. Oh, ayun na. May fourth kingdom daw. Pero pinakagusto ko yung third kingdom. Sino kaya yung mag-rule over the earth na, the whole earth? And in the time of those kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that will never be destroyed. Wow. Sa 44 guys, basahin nyo. And it in the time of those kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that will never be destroyed, nor will be left to another people. It will crush all those kingdoms and bring them to an end. Oh. But it will itself endure forever. Ang galing. This is the meaning of the visions of the rock cut out of the mountain, but not by human hands. The great God has shown the king that will take place in the future. Sabi ko sa inyo, minsan naginip tayo na napuntahan na natin isang bagay na yan, tapos isang place na yan, tapos pag napuntahan mo, sabihin mo, ay, familiar sa akin to. So, ganun din ang dream nila. Kahit nung araw pa pala talaga may mga interpretation na. The dream is true and the interpretation is trustworthy. Then King Nebuchadnezzar fell prostrate before Daniel and paid him honor and ordered that an offering and incense be presented to him. The king said to Daniel, surely your God is the God of gods and the Lord of kings and revealer of mysteries, for you were able to reveal this mystery. Then the king placed Daniel in high position and lavished many gifts on him. He made him ruler over the entire province of Babylon and placed him in charge of all its wise men. Moreover, at Daniel's request, the king appointed Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego administrators over the province of Babylon, while Daniel himself remained in the royal court. Ayun, naligtas sila. Okay guys, bye. Magdasal na lang tayo ng ating sarili. And good vibes lang palagi. God bless.